The International Tribunal on the Law of the Sea has accepted Ghana's argument in the maritime dispute with La Côte d'Ivoire. Ghana argued that the equidistance principle is used in delimiting the maritime boundary between the two countries, whilst the tribunal rejected Ghana's claim that Côte d'Ivoire is stopped from making a claim for the disputed territory because of prior conduct. The chamber equally rejected the Ivory Coast claim that a meridian measurement is used. And so we'll bring you excerpts from the ruling.
The Special Chamber unanimously finds that it has jurisdiction to delimit the maritime boundary between the parties in the territorial sea, in the exclusive economic zone, and on the continental shelf, both within and beyond 200 nautical miles. Unanimously finds that there is no tacit agreement between the parties to delimit their territorial sea, exclusive economic zone, and continental shelf, both within and beyond 200 nautical miles, and rejects Ghana's claim that Côte d'Ivoire is stopped from objecting to the customary equidistance boundary. Unanimously finds that it has jurisdiction to decide on the claim of Côte d'Ivoire against Ghana on the alleged international responsibility of Ghana. 1.5 unanimously finds that Ghana didn't violate the sovereign rights of Côte d'Ivoire. Unanimously finds that Ghana did not violate Article 83, paragraph 1 and 3 of the Convention. And point 7 finds that Ghana did not violate the provisional measures prescribed by the Special Chamber in its order of 25 April 2015.
I'd like to thank all of you. The sitting is closed.
And following this was great talk, well, in the mainstream media and also on social media about winners or losers. But the Vice President has waded into all this argument. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia says there's no winner or loser after the verdict of the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea, which went in favor of Ghana. Speaking at the 50th anniversary of the installment of the Omahini of Insane Traditional Area, Awulai Ajefi Kwame II, the Vice President stated the two parties are all winners as both countries will continue to cooperate as neighbors.
We have been in a very friendly and brotherly dispute with our brothers Côte d'Ivoire over the demarcation of our maritime boundaries. This friendly and brotherly dispute was taken to the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea, and judgment was rendered, and that judgment is very consistent with Ghana's position all along. And so we are thankful to God. And we are also thankful to our brothers from Côte d'Ivoire and the government of Côte d'Ivoire. There is no winner or loser of this. We are all winners because we'll continue to live in peace with one another and cooperate with one another across many, many spheres. So we are all winners. We took a very, very good way to resolve this dispute. There was no fighting, there was no quarreling. We just adjudicated at the International Tribunal, and the matter, by the grace of God, has been settled.
Remember, the woman who started it all, the leading lawyer at the time, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Marietta Brew Apiaopong, will be here live with Mama Vio Sabwaje as we have great discussion on the subject. But away from all that, we focus on education, and parents are calling on government to come to their aid as over 1,000 students have been placed at the Brakwa Senior Technical School, which apparently could only cater for 300. According to information gathered by JoyNews, the school, which does not have a boarding facility, declared only 300 vacancies, but 1,045 day and boarding students had been placed in the school. JoyNews correspondent Alfred Amo now reports.
JoyNews is currently in the Sikumo district of the Central Region. What you see behind me is an uncompleted building here, which is the only facility for Brakwa Senior High Technical School, which is supposed to house 1,045 students placed here as part of the free senior high school program this year. In fact, they have a lot of challenges. When you go into it, there is no furniture for the children.
As we speak, the students have no dormitories. They do not have a dining hall or kitchen. There is no vehicle to take them to the hospital in case there is an emergency. We ask the government to help the school with the necessary facilities to ensure it runs smoothly.
Last week, boarding facilities.
We came here last week, but there were no dormitories to accommodate my ward. We went to find him a place to stay. We are pleading with the government to help the school with a boarding facility. Otherwise, they would all have to rent rooms outside campus. The school is not even painted and needs to be put in a good shape.
Government has thrown its weight behind plans by woodworkers in Ghana to import timber from neighboring countries for processing. The move has become necessary because of the difficulty in getting materials locally as a result of the depletion of Ghana's forests. 100 years ago, Ghana had more than 8.2 million hectares of vegetative cover, but that has been depleted to about 1.6 million. Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the Domestic Lumber Traders Association, Joe Mann, told JoyNews they are working to get the first consignment of timber from Liberia very soon. Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Benito Usubio, says the move is a good strategy to save Ghana's forest.
Situation is, I would say it is bad because the critical aspect of it is that we have a lot of our current machinery that you will find in our sawmills designed for big girth of wood, big girth of round logs, yes. And unfortunately, those sizes, I would say, are no more, yes. So we need to be able to get some for them. Otherwise, what they will all have to end up doing is to retrofit all the equipment for them to be able to use the small gaps that we now have. Yes. And there's wood in Liberia, there's wood in Cameroon, there's wood in Central African Republic, and then Gabon. And these countries are still exporting them in round logs. So why not? Yes. We have capacity to add value, which I will now say we even more than have overcapacity for adding value to our wood. So it's important that we help them to bring in from outside.
What role are you playing? And well, how soon will we see the first batch of woods coming? How far is the process going?
It's a process. We, as a government, will not go and import the wood. We have to help them in the process and facilitate.
And that's it for the news. We have a lot more news. So we'll look at the newspapers and we'll look at the stories published on the various online portals. So remember, we'll be having in the studio a former Attorney General and Minister of Justice who was part of the team and who will be having that discussion with Mama Viuso Abuaji and Marietta Bru Apiaopong will be in the studio. Please do stay on. I know that conversation will be great. And you can send your interactive messages on Facebook, JoyNews on TV. We stream live there too. And also we have a handle on Twitter at JoyNews on TV. Right now, we have to say, please do enjoy this. When we come back, I'll be here with Mama Viuso Abuaji, the birthday lady, as we look at the various stories on the newspapers and the online portals.